What happens when a woman's rage becomes the monster? This is DD from Ladies First. Watching women in movies. Here we empower women by reviewing and discussing films that highlight their stories, struggles, and transformation. Today, we're diving into one of the most misunderstood cult classics of the 21st century, Jennifer's Body, a film that was once dismissed, only to rise again as a feminist horror masterpiece. In this episode, we ask the question, what does it really mean when women take control, and why does that control frighten us so much? When Jennifer's Body premiered in 2009, it didn't land the way its creators hoped. Written by Diablo Cody, hot off her Oscar win for Juno, and directed by Karyn Kusama, known for her fierce and genre-bending storytelling, the film was bizarrely marketed to teenage boys. Its trailers leaned hard on Megan Fox's sex appeal, ignoring the razor-sharp satire and feminist bite simmering beneath the surface. The cultural climate wasn't ready. Megan Fox, at the height of her objectification, was often spoken over, sexualized, and stripped of agency, both on and off screen. What was actually a story about power, trauma, and female friendship got reduced to a popcorn horror flick. But time, as always, reveals the truth. At its core, Jennifer's Body is about a girl who is sacrificed. Literally, Jennifer Check, played by Megan Fox, survives a botched satanic ritual meant to give a boy band fame in exchange for a virgin's blood. The twist? Jennifer isn't a virgin, and the ritual backfires. She becomes possessed by a demonic force and begins devouring teenage boys in her small town. But this isn't just gore for gore's sake. Jennifer is the embodiment of the monstrous feminine, a symbol of repressed rage, of what happens when you take a girl's body, ignore her voice, and expect her to stay quiet. Her best friend, Needy, played by Amanda Seyfried, is our reluctant witness. She's the final girl archetype flipped on its head, nerdy, observant, and increasingly disturbed by what Jennifer has become. But their bond is complicated. It's laced with jealousy, admiration, and a love that skirts the edge of something deeper. Their friendship is intense and intimate, a metaphor for how young women are socialized to both compete with and need one another. When Jennifer seduces, it's not for the male gaze, it's survival. When she kills, it's not without meaning, it's retaliation, however twisted, against a system that tried to own her. One of the most compelling aspects of the film is its refusal to separate empowerment from danger. Jennifer isn't a role model, but she is a response. She's a girl who takes back control in the only way she knows how, weaponizing her sexuality, because that's what the world has always reduced her to. Her body becomes both the battlefield and the weapon. The line between power and possession is constantly blurred. Is Jennifer in control, or is she still being controlled by the demon inside her, by the boys who tried to kill her, by a society that taught her her worth begins and ends with how she looks? And that question of control extends beyond the story. Megan Fox was systematically dehumanized in the media during that era. Her beauty made her a target. Her intelligence was ignored. Her boundaries were constantly crossed. Jennifer's Body became a mirror of what was happening to her in real time. Diablo Cody's script was an act of defiance, sharp, sarcastic, painful, and Karyn Kusama's direction didn't soften the blow. It embraced the horror, the absurdity, the violence, and the vulnerability. Still, critics missed the point. The film flopped. But years later, the world changed. Thanks to feminist critics, online discourse, and yes, even TikTok, Jennifer's Body was reborn. It found its audience. Women who saw themselves in Jennifer's rage, in Needy's silence, in the complex, messy gray space between victim and villain. It paved the way for a new wave of feminist horror. Films like Raw, Promising Young Woman, and Bodies. Stories that don't ask for permission to be angry, to be complicated, to be dangerous. So why is Jennifer's Body a film about women's empowerment? Because it dares to ask what power looks like when it's born from pain. It shows a girl who was destroyed, reborn, and refused to play nice. It doesn't make her heroic, it doesn't excuse her cruelty, but it lets her be something women rarely get to be in horror. More than a victim, more than a pretty face, more than a lesson for men. She's a warning, a reckoning, a force. So, what do you think? Was Jennifer a villain, a victim, or something else entirely? Can female empowerment be dangerous? Or is it the world that's terrified of what empowered women look like? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more deep dives into women in film, and share your favorite moment from Jennifer's Body. This is DD from Ladies First. And remember, sometimes the monster is just a girl who's had enough.